Hi everybody, welcome back. Tolkien Craft 2 with me, Sid, and if you caught the live stream or you've caught it in the upload that I put on YouTube, you will know that during the live stream we maxed out our vampire levels, and we created a slave who we probably killed. But this is the last episode of Tolkien Craft. As I've said before, it's the power level we've achieved has made it more or less impossible to, well, it's not impossible to do anything, but we might as well be playing creative. There's very little can challenge us in terms of resources. You know, we are, rolling in all of the stuff, so no biggie there. So the only thing that really remains is to cure myself of this terrible curse. I'm now racked with remorse for the villagers I have eaten, and to do that I am going to need a brew of love to enact the ritual with these other items. So I am going to get the items here, which we need: a poppy, whiff of magic, artichoke, golden carrot, lily pad and cocoa beans. I also want to just reset to night time, even though I can go out in the daytime. Now the brew of love, I presume, is going to be a cauldron job and not a oh, hello fish, see you there. Let's just get some water going and things. Yeah, I don't know where my vampire minion went. I think they're probably right in that I killed him by removing his bed. So let us get these. Oh, maybe you're not. Maybe it's the cauldron then. I'm never sure which device we actually use. It doesn't matter, we'll leave that with the water in it. And let's get you going. And let's try this. Poppy, a whiff of magic, a water artichoke, golden carrot, lily pad and cocoa beans. We need a bottle. Bottle. Give me a bottle. And we can... oh, we got two. Okay, need more bottle. Give me more bottle. There we go. Should have just brought more with me, shouldn't I, really? But there you go. Oh, how many we get? We got 3 out of that. Cool. We only need 1. We got 3. So, should I wish to be a vampire again, I can cure myself again. So, let me just get rid of those. Take this book here and we'll plop you back away. Oh man, no. Gimme, I want circle magic. So we need a 7x7 white circle, a tag lock kit with my thing. So let's have a look. Tag lock kit with my thingy. Breath of the Goddess and a silver sword. Breath of the Goddess and a silver sword. Garlic, diamond and a brew of love. Garlic, diamond and a brew of love. Now the circle power is 10,000, we're okay, and it's a 7x7. Let's see, what have I got set up out there? Oh dear, come here. We haven't got the 7x7, so if I go and stick down a chalk, where's my chalk? I need one of those, and I think it'll work if I leave the other one in place. I don't think it matters. So let us draw our circle, get rid of you, bonk, and check our altar power. Pardon me. 14,000, more than enough. Right, I haven't got a magnetizing ring on, that is all good. So taglock kit, goddess, silver sword, garlic, diamond, brew of love and Watch it, see what happens. A cat familiar. Oh, crap. Okay. This is not going to be as easy as I thought, is it? Let me put those things back then. How do we get a cat familiar? Anybody? Who was that? I definitely just heard something then, didn't I? I'm not completely losing my mind. He's not... Well, if it's my vampire servant, it's certainly not apparent in the area. Is it a witch hunter again? Or a vampire hunter after me? Oh, it's a witch hunter. Okay, Mr. Witch Hunter. Ready for this? Nope. Nope. Oh, he's quite tough actually, isn't he? Considering that door's plus 92 damage, I think it must be immune to... Oi! Stop it. Oh, I've got a wooden bolt out of it. That must have been the vampire hunter. Right, now we need to have a look at how we do a cat familiar. Now I believe that is a ritual. Ritual of binding. Waystone bind. A tamed owl, toad or cat as a familiar. Oh, we need demonic blood. Right, let me go and hunt around for some stuff and I will be... So it appears that I am doomed, cursed as I am, to live out the rest of my life as a vampire. Or at least until the end of the episode. But yeah, I have hunted and hunted around and I cannot find a cat anywhere. This is one of the drawbacks with terrain generation programs, because we've got biomes of plenty in this one off the top of my head, and yeah, jungles don't spawn naturally. You see, there's a cat, but this cat here, wherever he's gone, where are you, cat? Is actually not a cat. He is an NPC. So no use to me whatsoever. Neither is the birds, neither are the frogs or toads. So yeah, we're going to be, fortunately, night vision makes up for a lot, but I just want to take us back 35 weeks or so. And remember when we spawned on this dock back right at the start, and if I remember rightly, did I not come in here and accidentally punch this guy and get killed? Yes, happy days. And right back then I knew this was going to be a good mod pack. I mean, the pure quality of the build was just things. But look, here, another... You are Smokey, you are still not a cat. Damn it, I thought that was an ocelot then. So yeah, we started doing the basic quests, exploring the kingdom here, and you know, things still chuckle to this day at these people sleeping in the middle of the streets. Just silly. But yeah, we had all the fun of the early quest line in here and hunting around. This was, of course, back when the map didn't have the anti-build blocks, so you could loot so much. And did we loot? Oh man, did we loot! And we came and saw the Great Orator up in his throne room, and obviously the king, the Great Orator, is also the modpack author. So yeah, everybody's got a bit of an ego, got to pander to it now and again, haven't you? And there was the quest. I was the one that caused us so much trouble at the start, which is these guys in here. I did come in and kill them earlier. I started recording this and then realised that I wasn't getting any audio. So, and there was the Majors Guild and the farmer down here. All the entities around this area have been deleted because I had a ticking entity in this area. So, and of course then there was the witch quest down here, which took us so long to find. There was just so many, but just the quality of this build and the amount of detail that went into it was phenomenal, really. Yeah, unlike any other HQM mod pack, really, that you come across, you know. This, of course, was the main source of our initial wealth, and then once we'd finished over here, we started and we headed out, and I think we kind of came out this way initially, and I've obviously I think that volcano I took down for some basalt, and obviously the terrain is regen because I've had to rebuild the map at least once. And then we're out here. We never did get around to using this fuel, and as we came out this way hunting for a place that was far enough away from spawn, we eventually encountered this crater. So this was just a crater in the ground at the time, and obviously the crater was for this meteor, which kind of gave me the idea of making a lake and having my blood altar over the top of that. Oh, there's nobody generating life in there for me at the moment. That's a shame. And then we got the kind of half tower built there, and I think the next thing we did was the greenhouse. I think it was, yeah. We did the greenhouse side of things. We had the smeltery as well. This greenhouse wasn't automated. We didn't have any of the golems, and we got the basic Britannia setup running down here, which originally was thermalilies, and obviously more recently we turned it into cake power. That was actually providing all of our RF at one point as well. But it has to be said, I have thoroughly enjoyed. Oops. Come on, get me out. Thank you. Enjoyed this mod pack. I mean, the builds I've really, it's probably one of the more enjoyable builds I've done, and we've obviously done a lot of varying things, ranging from the greenhouse there. We've got the obviously the base area in here, and we got started off with our Thorncraft stuff going on in here. Of course, never really used this as much as I thought I would. And then probably one of my favourite builds in a long time was this observatory. I really did enjoy this. Of course, back in the day, this lot here was actually glowstone. Or was it that close? No, that was close. No, that's right. That didn't change. Oh, I can't remember. There's so much goes on, and obviously the area has been repurposed over and over, and with the AE that changed. I mean, this had benches around originally for the bottles, the jars, and the AE system changed all of that. And up there we had our stabilizing agents and all of that stuff going on. And yeah, it's just been one of those builds which has kind of grown and developed, and you know, the witchery, which I'm probably guilty of not doing as much with the witchery as I could have done, really. Witchery is a mod that I should do more of, and I always get distracted by other shiny things. Let me just go and reset the night, shall we? And yeah, it's one of those mods that I really should spend more time on. There was the source of the lag factory over here, of course, the villager spawner, and went through a few episodes trying to figure out what was causing all the lag before I realised it was these chuckleheads. We really need to thin these out a little bit, don't we? Not that it's a major problem, but we appear to have picked up a few bits and pieces there. So yeah, that was die, Witch Hunter. These guys are constantly spawning around me. It's every time I go somewhere there's... Oh, are you? No, you're not. You're not lightning proof, are you? And you two definitely aren't. And the baby ones, they're not even fist proof. So yeah, we moved on, and now this build here. Why was that so misty over there? That's almost like the warp effect mist you get. Probably one of my favourite builds in a long time was this, the American Gothic house, which, again, one of these things where I never quite got around to finishing all of the decorating and the building in here. We did a little bit of Mistcraft, but we lost a lot of the worlds, the Mistcraft worlds, in one of the updates, and of course upstairs we never got anywhere really. The bathroom never got used for the bath salts, but still, a nice little bathroom, you know, wash your hands after drinking your blood. It's only good manners after all. Mob Spawner has gone through several iterations and had a variety of uses, but it was actually a pretty successful mob spawner in, you know, I mean, we obviously got it with the skeleton skulls going, and well, basically so much going that it was, you know, it was very difficult. This tank had to be expanded 3 times just to contain the experience. But chocobos, they were a pain in the backside, and they ended up in safari nets. And the item I started this, and then we never really used it. And this was the strip mine, which can I? Wrong. Oh, yeah, that gets me down. So we had the strip mine down at the bottom here. As I say, we never really used it because we looted so much from that temple in the town. And also we got the quarry quite early on. I did a little bit up here, and I can't remember what it was I was after. It was something that spawns at a higher level. And obviously there was this chasm ravine down here, which, again, never really amounted to much. And then, of course, over here we got the power plant, and the Draconic Energy Core, which at the time was such a pain to build. But we got quite a few. I mean, the AE system I was actually happy with. This particular setup, for example, here, worked really well. Similarly, so did this, and of course all of these worked pretty well. Did have some hiccups with the AE system. You know, it kept on, had all that problem tripping out, and then we finally got into the Thormic Essentia, and that was just eye-opening. I think if I do a tech and magic mod again, that will definitely be an area of what's the word I'm looking for here? An area that I will concentrate on. Never really did get on very well with Flaxbeard, it has to be said. I kind of thought I would actually. I was surprised because it looked quite interesting, and then the reality of it wasn't as interesting. Does that make sense? Kind of makes sense to me. And oh, hello, skeletons, a skeleton, and zombie, and of course, open, damn you, Aura Cascade. One of the, to be honest, I think one of the more interesting mods that's come out in a long time. The Britannia's always been a particular love of mine in terms of mods. All of the magic mods are, but Aura Cascade, the mechanics of it were just so different. You know, the power generation, the idea of looping power around rather than generating it and burning it was fascinating. It is a really nice mod, and again, it's one that I think could do with more investigation in the future. Rainbow Sheeps, and never did got some of the, oh, hello creeper. Again, there was elements that we didn't really get play with as much, which as maybe I would like. The good old wireless redstone for the creeper spawner up there worked well as a power generator, much more than I expected. Actually, to be honest, it was pretty damn good. And of course, not only were we doing the questing and the building and the don't forget the altar over there. What is that? Oh, that was the rebound enigma. Hey, I forgot all about that. And let's stop there. Yeah, from Aura Cascade. That's brilliant. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on a server. The server just can't keep up with the bounce. But not only that, we had all the dungeoneering as well. You know, these roguelike dungeons are great fun. Of course, you know, rendering errors, also fun. But yeah, I have to say, I have thoroughly enjoyed playing this mod pack. I think the Draconic armor is totally OP. I think the Draconic weapons are totally OP, but they're fun. And I think that's the key. It's not just about having game balance sometimes. Sometimes it's just about having fun. And I think sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we get obsessed with game balance, or we get obsessed with pretty much everything. I mean, yeah, oops, what the hell? I didn't want to pick that up. Where did that come from? There. You know, we had things like my original mage armor. Don't know where the hell I got that from. There was the mithril armor. We've got our terra steel armor. We've got a collection of weapons and armor that we've built over the season, which is almost like a history book. But you know, things from, you know, this guy, that was the bandit leader quest that we had to defeat. You know, little memos plastered on the walls in places. I don't know, what the hell was that? Iron sword. That was, yeah, that was from one of the quests. Various Manulin swords, Draconic sword, all sorts of fun things hiding around in here, which when you start looking at stuff, you know, spare set of angel wings. Didn't even know I got that there, I'd forgotten about it. This was the original storage, if you remember, the chest room and the kitchen. So I have to say, for myself, this has been, oh, of course, look, we can't forget the most recent additions to the place. You know, the catacombs that we can run around in to get around when we started the vampire quest, the old power generation, the old tree farm, which of course is off now. So all of this was just really good fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed playing this, and I've got to really sit there and say, straight off the bat, you know, to the Great Orator, thanks for making such an amazing mod pack. I think I've said in a previous season that this could be almost, if you could take the HQM and the maps out of it, and the pack would actually stand as a kitchen sink pack. It would still work. So I think you've done an amazing job, and I look forward to seeing where this goes in the future. We may even come back in, you know, I think, what version are we on now? 2.7, something like that. We may come back version 3.5 or whatever, if it's still going, and, you know, see what you've done with it. But it is a brilliant mod pack, and all I can say, guys, I'm not sure how long I've been recording, but I could waffle for England, as you know, is I hope you've enjoyed watching the series as much as I've enjoyed watching the pack. if you have been not playing the pack and just watching now, I do realise the pack is it's quite a large mod pack. It's a little bit intensive on the old resources, so you know, I do acknowledge that some people may not be able to play this. It's just, you know, maybe a little bit too much. But if you haven't tried it and you want to give it a go, really give it a go, get over to the FTB forums, get a copy of it, give it a bash, because it is just such a good pack. And as I say, you don't worry too much about the balance. You know, this pack is not about balance, it's about fun, and it is about overpowered magic. And yeah, so anyway, what can I say? It's we have got to the point where we bid this world farewell. As I say, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I hope you enjoy the what we've got coming up to replace it. But until then, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next series. Bye.